Hello, Montacode from AfterburnGamers here, and today, well, we are continuing our adventure via Factorio. Now, what it is it's a sandbox game where you are building stuff to survive and wipe out all humanity. Anyways, so one thing to note really quick is there's this red little bloop thing. I assume that's pollution, but to be honest, I have no idea. I really don't. I assume as your pollution goes up, it will increase. Now, why? Alright, anyways, so what we were doing last time was we were sick of always carrying this crap all over. So, what we were gonna go ahead and do is use these transport tubes, or belts, I like to call them tubes, to transport this nice coal halfway. So it's half the walk. Because I ran out. Now, what you see here is, it tells you kind of what's inside of it. I don't know what button I pressed. Oh, it's Alt. Okay, you can press Alt, and it'll tell you what's nicely in it. So now we got more transport tubes. I'm gonna build, I believe, like 30 of them. There's an easier way, but I like spamming things, so. Let's finish off our transport tube here. Now this will all be reorganized and stuff as the game goes on. That's how most people do it. But it is almost there. So, boom. And now we can curve it. You can hit R to rotate objects. And we're going to stick it in a nice little chest. Nice little wooden chest. After all these tubes are done creating, I'm going to grab all this coal that's coming off. Just holding F here. And we can put a nice amount on these. Now I waited a little bit before I started this video just to get a little more coal, so you guys didn't have to wait and watch me run around and get coal, because that's never fun. It really isn't. As you can see, we go through a lot of coal. So I'm going to build 2 of these. We're going to take one of these and we're going to draw some stuff out, but this time we are going to put it on a conveyor belt. And it's going down here. Now, to make life difficult, this arm, well, can move a little quicker than what we think, so we are going to put it down and it will, there we go. So what it will do now is it'll get all the nice iron. Now it's being backed up a little bit. That is perfectly alright. Not really. But we have enough iron now to make ourselves a lab. So what we want to do is go over here and then realize we have no copper. Now that's my bad. Let's go grab some more iron. Make us another mining drill. And go up. There we go. And go to the copper. Because we need copper. And let's switch that around and put a nice little chest on it. Iron chest costs iron. We don't have any really wood. So let's just stick 10 on there. No, 10, I think it's 9. It doesn't really matter. And ooh, night has fallen. Now, I see another little red dot way up in the top. You guys probably don't see it, but that means above the copper we most likely have another infestation of natives. Natives are never fun. And ooh, we forgot to put one of these guys on. So let's put one of those guys on. Remember, this is our copper field. Not a copper field, I'm sorry, our coal field. And it is going to supply us coal. Now what I could do is I could make it automatically put it in here, but we're going to rearrange it. Well, if I continue to play this, I will rearrange it. As we can see, we got a little backup again, so I'm just going to pick that up. So, what do we need? We're going to eventually need water, because our steam engines need water. And then the steam engine is what powers your place for a good portion of the beginning of the game. So let's go grab some copper. I don't have enough for another furnace. So I'm thinking of just getting more stone now. As you can see, a lot of stone is necessary in the beginning, but I mean, you're not as dependent as the game goes on, which is nice because you're upgrading. You don't want to stick to normal stone. I mean, when you open up or switch onto your iPhone, do you really want stone in it? I mean, it'd be kind of cool for a stone case, but internally you don't want stone in there. I mean, granted, you have granite and other quartz things to keep timers going, but you don't want to block a stone in your phone. And there we go. If you heard that, that's a horn. I hope you know what that was at least. So let's get this. Let's build us another furnace. We have enough for one. Thought I planned that better. Now, as you can see, it's not exactly on it, but this thing takes up that amount of room. So if it's touching that, it'll go in there. See? So, although I feel sometimes it sucks, I mean, it's a little cheating, it still works. I wish you could orientate these things. Like, you cannot orientate the stone furnaces. You can orientate these guys, obviously, but some stuff you just can't orientate. And it is slightly annoying, and this guy... So here's the problem. This is what a problem I usually do, is you put it straight up to the arm. What happens is it actually pushes it onto the same block as the arm, kind of, so it won't be able to pick it up, which is a problem. And this thing is out of fuel, isn't it? Yes, it is. So we're going to run back. A little memorizing, look at that. Makes us look fast. I'm going to stick that on and steal one of these, couple of these coal popping out here. Give me one more and I'll be happy. There we go. So there we go. I'll tell you if I'm going to do a let's play for this or a series, and then after pretty much 5 minutes till the end of this episode, so if you guys don't mind waiting, there shouldn't be an issue. Now, where's all the coal? Oh, there it is. See, the only problem with conveyor belts, they take a little bit of time. You gotta be patient. You're gonna run along and grab some, and I'm gonna run back. Aha. And you do run a little faster on conveyor belts, but I don't really recommend putting them everywhere to make yourself Speedy Gonzales or whatnot. So here we go. We have a little backful of iron. You can see, I'm just gonna clear out these furnaces. Now we have a decent amount of iron here, but we do not have enough for pipes. You're gonna need a lot of pipe to ground things, and oops, sorry, that's oil. I keep thinking that's an enemy. We're gonna need enough to make us a nice little power supply here, but we definitely want to get a lab about to going, because they do consume power. So we'll get the water all set, I guess. Then I'm kind of blabbering now, but I do need copper, and this needs fuel. So we all have our needs. So let's get 3 offshore pumps going here. Now you can see it's making the gadgets like computers and wires and whatnot. And then we need to make the pipes. So we're going to make all the pipes, which you just shift click, and they just cost one plate here. They get taken off and put into quote unquote, I like to call crafting, which you don't really see, which makes it nice because it frees up your inventory a little bit, and makes it so I guess it doesn't glitch out and think you can make stuff that you can't. Now the inserter here is different from the burner inserter, being that it uses electricity. The energy consumption, 13 kilowatts. These things produce max 510, so you can run quite a bit, but things get pricey. You're gonna have like multiples of these, and you'll have a giant power station by due time, and you won't have to worry about this coal nonsense, because it does get a little annoying in the beginning having to rely on coal. But there is a reason we don't use coal anymore. At least I like to think so. True story, I did ride on a lot of coal burning ships. There's no problem with them. I do enjoy them. There's nothing wrong with coal, but it is dirty. And if you're wanting to take a pristine cruise, you don't want to have dirty shirts, I guess. So there we go. You can see they stack 32, while some stack a little better. So what we're going to do is go to the nearest water source, and we are going to attempt to get there. as I said before, if you actually hike like this in the woods, I applaud you. Running into trees, this game is not fun. But here we go. Nice big water source here. Not that it matters. But nice foliage next to it. Now what we want to do is we put this on shore here. Let's put it actually right in this little cove. This looks all pretty. So can we curve it? No, we cannot. So we got our... Oh, we made 3 of them. Okay. Can I put it alongside here? No, we cannot. I feel like it's going to end up going over here somewhere. Alright, so... Alright, I'm going to put it right here so I can just tunnel it up. So let's grab our pipes. Now I want to hover over these things to make sure they don't pollute anything, and they do not. You can see there's temperature. It's just kind of like an engine. If you're familiar with engines, the colder the air you put in it, or pretty much the higher the temperature difference from the air pretty much coming in to exploding, because if you get something hotter it expands. So by making the water colder, for say, we can make our steam engines more efficient. So you can tunnel stuff through steam engines, it keeps it warm. Now I assume that eventually there will be weather or other factors that will freeze pipes. That's why you want to keep it warm, but you're going to be running a little less efficient. Or they're not. Whatever they want to do. But pretty much the colder the water, the better the efficiency, per se, because it is a steam engine. Now, what I don't understand is it is a steam engine, and the hotter the water, the easier it is to turn into steam. And since water doesn't expand, having it in the water near boiling point and then boiling it to create pressurized steam shouldn't affect it. As, I mean, again, I am not engineer of any sorts, but from my knowledge it shouldn't make a difference. Now if someone wants to comment and correct me on that, go completely ahead here, but from my understanding it doesn't make much sense. In engines it does, in steam engines it does not. And as you can see, we're still building our pipe here. Like I said, it's going to be a long pipe. We want 3 pumps, we want to make sure we get that nice water flow. Oopsies. I want this nice and straight, because sometimes I get a little bit OCD. And yes, let's cut down that tree while we're at it. Now, I don't know if these creatures are going to like us cutting down their trees, but they're going to have to suck it up, because we can. We're just humans. Come over here and smash. Now, the nice thing I like about this game as well is it kind of takes a different approach to aliens. You're pretty much the alien in this game trying to survive. I mean, there are some games that do that, but you're human. Not a lot of games do that. And just the take on it is completely different. And I really do enjoy this game. Now, we are pretty much hitting this 5-minute marker here. So, as far as a Let's Play go, I'm thinking about it, but it might be staggered. I'm going to start a new map, of course, and I'm going to walk through the whole thing. It's going to be less of me trying to tell you what to do, and more of, well, doing it. And I'll just be giving some helpful advice or tell you guys what I'm doing along the way, and I'll have the opportunity of skipping over parts if they become too boring, because some stuff can get quite tedious. Now, on the other hand, I'm not thinking of doing it because it is a very tedious game, and like some Minecraft series, you end up just kind of hoping for projects. And this game, although it is a great game and it is an alpha, there's not a lot to go for on watching me play, just for the fact that we do not need 200 freaking pipes here. So let's lower that down to 120-ish. Well, now the fact that is, I don't know if you can complete it with the rocket batteries, quote unquote. I haven't tested it, but if I do, it'll probably just be like, oh, we want to make this a viable landing site and make it seem realistic. So I'll decide that. If you see some videos up on that, then I've decided to play it. If not, I probably haven't, just to be honest. But I'm going for kind of yes right now, but at the same time kind of no. So I meant, if you're actually caring, just tune in and we'll figure that out eventually. Now that only took a minute, didn't take 5. But, okay, so, got our water, and now we want a power station. Now the power station I want to put a little lower, because we want to separate our power station from actual mineral treating area, per se, and now I'm out of pickaxe, iron axe thing again, so let's get some more of these. Stuff it in here, and now it looks like the monsters are doing something. Okay, they didn't do anything. Sometimes they kind of just wander and do things you don't want them to do. So, let's go grab some fuel. I should have really grabbed that copper while I was at it. Which we don't have it. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, so, I'm gonna go over here and get some damn coal. Because coal sucks. I'm gonna be honest. It really does suck. Let's get some more coal in here. Now, this is why you want a power station up, because eventually you can just go all electric and not have to deal with coal. Because I mean, you don't want to have to run back to your machines every single time and then realize they're out of coal. No one likes doing that, unless that's your cup of tea. But we're gonna get a power station, so you want a boiler and you want a steam engine. Now, what the boiler does is apparently it consumes energy. Let's get 2 of them up then, because I have a design in my head here. And what we're gonna do is stick the steam engine like this. Not the steam engine, the boiler. And we are gonna try to double power things here. Now I haven't tried this before, but I'm assuming it should be twice as efficient. Oops. There we go. Look at that. Now we can load this with coal because you know. Now what it's going to do is going to heat up this stuff. Now I don't know why when I did this that it heated up instantly. I really don't know why that was the issue here. But we got to keep that boiler running. Now that is one thing that is completely crucial. Now because I started up and it actually warmed up fairly quickly, we want to keep this water hot. Hot. So boom. Okay, it's heated up almost all the way. Now available performance is almost all the way up. But this seems like a good method, so we might roll with it. Now, the reason I said we want to grab these is because we are going to branch it out this way. Because if you actually run a line through this side, you'll see that the temperature is now a lot hotter than what we want. So we do not want hot water running through our steam engines. We want that nice 15 degrees. I believe it's Celsius. I could be wrong. So let's make ourselves some telephone poles. Now it is getting to that mark, so I'm going to quickly just run some lines here really quick. Now as you can see, that little box around it is pretty much the area that it can power. As you upgrade, you can power a bigger area. So boom, we got that in place, and we can make ourselves a mining drill, an electric mining drill. Now these things are beautiful. Now, as you can see, boom, we got one. So, it's going to go straight into here, and there we go. This is modern machinery. We have our electricity, gets powered, and pretty much goes straight into here. Now, it means less coal we have to use to power this stuff, and that means more coal to not worry about, because we have excess of it to put in random other crap. Now, you want to make sure that these things are warmed up all the way. And if you run another guy through here for say like this, you'll notice that it's hot. It's very hot. Hot water. And you lose performance because you're running water through it. Now, when you run water through these type of engines, they get colder, which makes sense if you run water over something hot. It gets colder. That's generally how it works, because water is very, very good at eliminating heat. Now, anyways, that was pretty much the generator. That's all I had to show. This was Factorio. I am sorry. I am slaughtering names. But it's a great game. You can pick it up. I think it's around 18-20 bucks for it. It's well worth it, in my opinion. It feels very finished. And I'm Montacode. Thank you for watching. If you have a gaming suggestion you want, put it in the comments, and we'll try to get around to it. We're gonna be on more because we just got his computer up. Well, Adam's, that is. But we will be playing singly. We will be playing together. So don't be surprised if someone we are and someone we aren't. But if we are playing together, we will stick to play together, and we won't branch off on our own. At least, anyways, that's the plan. Anyways, I am rambling on now. You guys like, subscribe, or even comment what you want to see next. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great afternoon or morning, whatever time of day it is.